So let's talk about how we attract our first clients, because our first clients are going to usually come from our network, from the people we already know. Do you want to share with me how you do that?
Absolutely. So with doTERRA, um, it is about sharing the oils. The oils do the talking. The oils do the selling. I'm connecting people. I consider myself a connector. I connect people to have an experience. You have to remember too, facts tell, stories sell. So when you're sharing, for example, an oil like Breathe, if you share your story around how it's benefited you and your kids, maybe at night, they're not coughing all night and they can sleep all night and everybody's supported with their immune system and all these beautiful things, is much more effective than these are the chemical constituents in the Breathe oil. This is how scientifically it works. People are going to be like, I don't care, because ultimately they care how it's going to impact their life and they want to hear your story. Emotions sell. And so my goal is to help people have an experience physically with the product and share my story. That's my goal. And that's how I've built a successful organization that is about experiencing the product. Now, it is a little different now because we're in a crazy world and a lot of things are online. And so again, it comes to, they don't necessarily have to have a sample of the product to go, oh, I want to try this. They can hear your story. They can hear your story. That's the power. That's where the true power with building this comes from.
Yeah, I agree. When I shared my story with Adaptive Blend, I was on a webinar. I had emailed my list and set up a webinar to talk about awake healer and plant medicines. And I had shared about Adaptive Blend, and everyone was like, wow, those oils are plant medicine. Like, it was that connection in their mind on realizing that what's in that bottle truly is sacred plant medicine. And one of the things I love, like online marketing and anything online, I'm such a nerd. So I find most of my network is around the world. I connect with people on Facebook. I connect with people through my list. I connect with people on Zoom calls and webinars. And one of the biggest tricks that I found is sending video messages in Facebook. If you're on Facebook and Google Chrome, you can send a video message just as easy as you can an audio message. So even to people, if I haven't talked to them in years, I found it really effective to be like, hey, Laura, I was just thinking about you. I'm starting this new project, have it be really personable. Like, you have to talk to them as a person. People don't want just like mass marketed spam. Like, the days of that are over. But if we can start creating a conversation through video, I found it even more effective than text, because like you've said, the emotions and the story sells. I can somewhat convey my excitement for the plants over text, but if people open up a video of me on their Facebook being like, I gotta tell you what happened when I was microdosing, the amount of clarity that happened, and they see my emotions, my hand gestures, and my excitement, that's when they write back, tell me more, like, I want this, how do I get it? Right? And that there's almost the feeling with a video that they have to respond. They can't ignore you. Like, if you just sent a little text, right? Half the texts that we send on Facebook get ignored, but the videos have received very high response rates. I want to say like 80 to 90% response rates. So.
If you picture yourself in their shoes, what they're thinking is, how will this benefit me? Will this apply to my life? So always keep in mind their perspective. It's not, if you come from that perspective of how they're feeling and how they're thinking, and you make it about them and not about yourself, that will come through. And when you share your story, by sharing your story and sharing the emotion, they will be thinking, oh, wow, I struggle with this too. I could probably benefit from this too. And then even beyond that, they're going to think, I have a friend that struggles with this and my mom needs this. I mean, that's how successfully turns out. When you think about other people, it always comes back. It's like karma, right? It's true. Yeah, it's amazing. It really does work.